Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Judge Blake Adams. You're here for small claims pretrial conferences this afternoon. We have several cases on the docket. I know some of you are appearing via video and some of you are appearing via phone. In a moment, I'm going to give each of you the opportunity to unmute your microphone, but please wait until I've called upon you to do so. The first case that I would like to call on today is the case of Jennifer Riascos v. Edgar Arias, case number 20 SC 2426. Do I have the attorney for the plaintiff present?
You do, Your Honor. Matt Flores on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good afternoon. And do I have the attorney for the defendant present?
Attorney Wes Matthew on behalf of Mr. Arias.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Matthew. All right. Let me start with you, Mr. Flores. Where are we at with this case?
Yeah, so both opposing counsel and I just made our appearances in this case this week. I think defense counsel 2 days ago, me yesterday. This is a claim on monies that the plaintiff claims is owed from the defendant based on a shared credit card account. I will say that the parties are parties to other litigation in a circuit court case, and we actually have a mediation scheduled in that case next week. Mr. Matthew and I have agreed with the parties too that we're going to try to attempt to resolve both of those cases next week, because we previously scheduled the mediation in the other case. Okay. If that's not successful, Your Honor, I probably need to relook at the statement of claim and revise that some, based on the way it was pled pro se. I've shared with opposing counsel the statements that are the subject of the claim, so he has those for review. So I don't anticipate having to invoke any rules for discovery, and that's where we stand on it at this point.
All right.
Again, having just made my appearance yesterday.
Good. Mr. Matthew, anything from you?
No, we had previously discussed this. It's the other case is the exact same parties with the exact same attorneys. It only makes sense for us to try and mediate everything out because they're not directly related in the sense that they're the same issues, but there's enough relation between them that everything could be done in a global fashion. We'd like to try and achieve that.
Okay. So it sounds like we should probably just let this case ride, and the parties notify me if we need to have another pretrial or if we need to just go ahead and set it for a non-jury trial.
I think that's appropriate, Your Honor, and we'll do so after the mediation next week, and/or file a dismissal, hopefully, if mediation is successful.
Okay. All right. That sounds great. All right. Well, thank you both for being here this afternoon. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. And the next case I'm going to call on, well, give me a moment here to give you a few instructions, because I think everyone else who's present today doesn't have an attorney. So I like to, in cases like this, I like to take the attorneys first so you kind of see what we're doing. And basically what we're doing at the pretrial conference is determining where the case is, whether the case is attempting to be settled, whether a motion has been filed that needs to be heard, or whether we need to go ahead and set it for a non-jury trial. All right, so the next case I'm going to call on is Bonus Incorporated v. Bank of America. Do I have someone present for Bonus Incorporated? For those of you that are on the phone, in order to unmute your device, I believe you have to press *2. Is there anyone here for Bank of America?
Yes, Your Honor. James Richards for Bank of America.
All right, good afternoon. All right, I don't have a response yet from anyone from Bonus Incorporated, so I'm gonna recall the case. if you could just stay with us for a little bit.
Sure.
All right, thank you. All right, the next case I'm going to call is Leah, and I apologize, Sudak v. Callie Cannon, case number 20 SC 2143.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm here, Leah Sudak.
All right, and I pronounced that correctly?
Yes.
All right, and do I have Callie Cannon present? If you're on the phone, I believe you have to press *2 to unmute. All right. Ms. Sudak, we're going to recall the case, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Next case I have is Raymond Christmas v. Johnson's Tree Service and Stump Grinding Incorporated, 20 SC 2249.
This is Raymond Christman, Your Honor. I'm here. That's all right.
I'm sorry, I might have to get a new pair of glasses.
This is Johnson's Tree Service.
All right, and who do I have for Johnson's Tree Service?
Dana and David Johnson.
And are you the owners of the company?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, give me a moment to pull up that case. All right. Well, I apologize that your case is so old due to the pandemic. We've gotten a little behind on our cases and small claims. I see that you've not had an opportunity to meet with a court mediator. Would Mr. Christman, let me start with you since you're the plaintiff. Do you think meeting with a mediator might help try to resolve and settle this matter?
I'm certainly open to that, Your Honor. In fact, I had been told by the administrative staff in your office that would be the first step. So I was surprised when it jumped to this step, and I'm certainly open to that. Although I have no idea whether the defendant would of course also be open to trying to find a settlement short of a trial.
Okay.
To me, the case is pretty clear cut in terms of what the claim is and what I think the restitution should be. But I'm open to trying to resolve it in any reasonable way.
All right, let me go to you, Ms. Johnson. Would the defendant be willing to meet with a mediator in order to try to come to a resolution in this case?
Yes, sir. But if I may add something to that, it's definitely not as clear cut as it sounds there, because Mr. Christman thinks that locates could mark his pool equipment and his sprinkler line wires, which they cannot. They cannot mark anything personal, and I said that from the get-go, that any sprinkler pipes underground, anything that is personal cannot be marked by locates. They can only mark utilities, cable, phone, stuff like that. They cannot mark any of the other stuff. So that's where the issue lies, in other words.
All right, well, we're not really here to talk about the facts of the case today. We just know where we are and where we're headed. But it sounds like you would be willing to sit down with a mediator to try to come up with a resolution. Is that correct?
Yes, of course.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to issue an order that you sit down, or well, it'll be via Zoom, that you meet with a mediator. I will tell you, and the reason, Mr. Christman, the reason why you're meeting with me today and not a mediator, which is typically the first step in the small claims process, is because we are so far behind and we only have so many mediators and we're trying to play catch up here. So I will issue an order that you both meet with the mediator. Now, and I'll give you, and in that order, it'll have the dates and the Zoom codes for that.
Do you have any sense of timing on that, Your Honor?
You know, when I had small claims pretrial conferences on Tuesday, the dates we were getting were in early April, so about 5-6 weeks out.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we'll do that. And Mr. Chrisman, do you have an email address?
Yes. You want me to give that to you now?
Yes, if you don't mind.
It's my last name, Christman, first initial R, Christman R, at bellsouth.net, BELLSOUTH.net.
Very good. All right, and Mr. or Ms. Johnson, do you have an email address that I could have?
Yes, it's my first name, Dana, DAYNA, at J as in Johnson, T as in tree, S as in service, FL as in Florida.com. So Dana at JTSFL.com.
All right, very good. You'll receive a copy of that order via email, but just to make sure you get it, we'll also send it out to you in the mail.
Thank you very much.
All right, does either side have any questions?
No.
Just the order will set a date and time for the mediation, Your Honor. Is that what will?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you both. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the next case I'll call is Pride Electric of Southwest Florida Incorporated v. Home Property LLC 20 SC 2264. Do I have anyone here from Pride Electric of Southwest Florida?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good afternoon. Could you tell me your name?
Leonard Feliciano, owner.
Thank you.
And Jenny Feliciano.
Thank you. And do I have anyone here from Home Property LLC? Anyone here from Home Property LLC? Okay, Mr. Feliciano, let me recall your case, okay? We still have a couple people that have been joining us late on the Zoom call. Okay. Next case I'm going to call is John Tacoma and Francis Tacoma v. Propane Connection LLC, case number 20 SC 2497. I do see, looks like we have Mr. and Ms. Tacoma present.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Do I have anyone here from Propane Connection LLC? You're on the phone, I believe you press star 2 to unmute your device. Let me just find out who we have on the phone. Who do I have at 239-719-0530? You'll have to unmute your device. All right, let me go to 239-784-0068. Hello?
This is Alexandria Klingsporn representing Earthview LLC.
All right, thank you. We'll call on you when we get to your case.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, and then who do I have at 904-487-6292?
That is James Richards again for Bank of America, Your Honor.
All right, for Bank of America. All right. Yes, sorry, I didn't write down 6292. All right, thank you. Okay, and then we've got one person. Okay. All right, does not appear that anyone from Propane Connection LLC is present. Let me recall your case, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And then now we're going to go to Earthview LLC, the Man-Made Incorporated 20 SC 2524. All right, and we've got Earthview LLC present. And I'm sorry, your name again?
Alexandria Klingsporn.
Can you spell your last name for me?
It's Kling, S as in Sam, P as in Paul, ORN.
Very good, thank you. And do I have anyone here from Man-Made Incorporated? Anyone here from Man-Made Incorporated? All right, last call for Earthview LLC, be Man-Made Incorporated. All right, hearing none, let me check the file. All right, I've reviewed the court file. Ms. Klingsporn, let me ask you, is your company seeking costs on top of the $1,350?
Yes, the filing fees for filing for small claims.
All right, that was $185, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, any other fees or costs that they're seeking?
No, just the 185 on top of the 1350.
Okay. All right. Since no one is present here for Man-Made Incorporated, I find the defendant in default for failing to appear. I'm going to order a final judgment in the amount of $1,350 principal plus costs of $185. And I'll issue that final judgment later this afternoon. Is there an email address that you want an emailed copy to?
Yes, it is going to be A as in Alex and my last name at QEUSA.com.
Give me the at part again.
At QE as in Quality Enterprises, USA.com.
Very good. Okay, we'll get that out today.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Thank you. All right, let's go back to, we have all recalls now. We'll go back to Bonus Incorporated, the Bank of America, case number 20 SC 2047. Do I have anyone here for Bonus Incorporated?
I'm from Bonus.
All right, what is your name?
Cindy, and the last name is Houston, Hueston. And just a note to unmute the phone, it's *6. That's why I didn't answer the first time.
*6, thank you. I knew it was star something. All right. Ms. Houston, what's your relationship with Bonus Incorporated?
I am their construction accountant.
All right, and has the president or the directors given you permission to represent Bonus today?
Yes, sir.
And has that been provided to the court in writing?
No, sir.
All right, so that needs to be done, okay?
Okay.
All right, so the president or the board of directors needs to file with the court a statement that you can represent the plaintiff, okay?
Okay.
All right, and then who did I have here again from Bank of America?
James Richards.
Thank you, Mr. Richards. And I did receive Bank of America's notice that you would be representing them. All right. I know that you all have not met with a mediator yet. Let me start with you, Ms. Houston, since you represent the plaintiff. Do you think that meeting with a mediator might help resolve this case?
Yes, it's possible.
You guess?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Richards, do you also believe that?
The bank is certainly not opposed to that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I'd like to set the case to for another pretrial conference, but that would be with a mediator. That would be via Zoom. If that doesn't work out, the mediator will notify my office and we can set it for a non-jury trial. Ms. Houston, do you have an email address that you would like the court's order emailed to?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what is that address?
It's C. Houston, my last name, Hueston, at Boness, BONNESSINC.com.
Very good. And Mr. Richards, do you have an email address that you would like the court order emailed to?
Yes, Your Honor, if you could go to the actual file manager for this case. Her name is Dawn Vaughn. It's DAWN Vaughn, VAUGHN,
okay,
at BofA.com. At BofA.com.
B of A?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, all right, I've got that. All right, the next order that you'll receive, we'll send that both electronically and postal. That order will include the date and time for the Zoom meeting with the mediator, as well as any instructions that you might need for that. Any questions from here, Ms. Houston?
No, sir.
All right, any questions from you, Mr. Richards?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you both. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. All right, the next case I have is Leah Sudak v. Callie Cannon. I know that we have Ms. Sudak present.
Yes, sir.
All right, and do I have Callie Cannon with us? Hearing no response, let me review the file. So, here we go. Let me see what this is. Sorry, I'm looking for a return of service on Ms. Callie.
Yes, I believe it was signed by her sister.
Okay, let me take a look. Okay, I do see that in the court file. And you filed an amended complaint?
Yes, I had to change the address to find her.
Okay. And that was the only thing that changed?
That, and I think I might have added more, like there was more vet bills, and I think I added another vet bill to the case.
So you changed the amount?
Yes, I believe so.
So the service on September 19th, was that of the original complaint or the amended complaint?
Let me check through my papers and see.
Let me check also and see if the return of service says. Okay, the return of service says it was the amended statement of claim. The reason I'm asking is because it depends on the timing, but you have to ask the court if you can amend a complaint depending on whether service has already been made.
Okay.
So it looks like service had not been made prior to your amendment, so you're good there. Okay, let me look at your amended statement of claim. You're seeking $2,107.88.
Yes, sir.
It says with interest.
That was because I still had the dog in my possession, and it was because she was still accumulating vet bills. But that is all the vet bills I am going after, is just what's on the claim.
I don't see a bill attached to the amended complaint.
Then it might be in the original. I have all the bills in front of me, and I can get those to you.
Okay, so sounds like we don't have everything that we need in order for me to determine the amount of damages.
I think the original was 1,500.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the defendant in default for failing to appear. I'm going to issue an order with that finding and order that an evidentiary hearing be set in order for us to determine the amount of damages.
Okay.
What you'll need to do before that hearing is file your exhibits that you want me to review at to determine the amount that you're owed. So all your invoices, your anything as far as if you're seeking any costs or interest or whatever you're seeking, okay? File that with the court 5 days prior to the date that the order states our hearing date will be on.
Okay. I do have a quick question.
Okay.
I am physically moving out of the state this Sunday.
Well, it'll be via Zoom.
Okay, so that'll be fine. Any mail that comes in, like notifying me of the Zoom, do I give you guys my new address so that way okay. How do I go about doing that?
So you'll notify the clerk of courts that you have an address change.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have an email address that you want us to email you stuff at?
Yes, that would work too.
Go ahead.
It's my last name and then my first name at gmail.com. So it's SIUDAKLEAH @gmail.com.
Okay, very good, perfect. All right, any other questions?
That's everything.
Okay, well, just make sure that when you move and you know your new address, to provide that with the clerk of courts, because we still mail stuff too.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, now we'll recall Pride Electric of Southwest Florida Incorporated, the Home Property LLC, case number 20 SC 2264. I believe that was with Mr. Feliciano.
Yes.
All right, very good. And do I have anyone from Home Property LLC? Last call for Home Property LLC. All right, I'm going to pull up your case file and take a look at that. Anyone here for Home Property LLC? No? Okay. All right, let me take a look at the statement of claim. All right, Mr. Feliciano, I'm gonna have to do the same thing with you as I did with the last plaintiff. I'm gonna find Home Property LLC in default for failing to appear. I'm going to issue an order setting an evidentiary hearing at which you'll need to prove the damages that you're requesting.
Your Honor?
Yes.
The homeowner has paid $5,000 towards the amount that was owed.
Oh, okay.
So that another New Era Construction can finalize the remodel of her home. And so at this time, Pride Electric is just asking for the balance due, which was $981.
Okay.
And then, if possible, any court fees.
Okay. All right. All right. We can address that at the evidentiary hearing because I don't see any statements or contracts or anything that was attached to the statement of claim. So we'll need to go over those at the evidentiary hearing. Make sure to file those with the court at least 5 days prior to the hearing. Okay.
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 Yes, Your Honor.
So any contracts, invoices, whatever physical evidence will need to be submitted 5 days prior. And then of course I'll take testimony from one or both of you who would ever like to testify on behalf of the company. Okay.
Yes,
And so is there an email address you want me to send a copy of the court order to?
Jenny, JENNY, at Pride Electric of SWFL.com.
Okay, very good. All right, we'll try to get that order out today. If you don't see it in your inbox, check your junk folder.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, any questions?
None, thank you.
All right, thank you both. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye.
All right, now I'm going to go back, recall John and Francis Tacoma v. Propane Connection LLC 20 SC 2497. All right, and I've got the Tacomas present.
Hi, we're here.
Good afternoon again. All
Good
right,
afternoon.
do I have anyone from Propane Connection LLC present? All right, give me a moment to pull up your file. All right, I do see that the proper service was provided.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now I'm reviewing your statement of claim. I see that your statement of claim and attachments are 35 pages, so it looks like you were quite thorough.
Yeah, we kept everything, Your Honor, because we had a real go around
Okay.
with them and the credit card company, because they lied to the credit card company and told them we received the merchandise, and then they admitted when we showed them we had taped messages from them, and that's when they tried to make restitution with us, gave us a check for $625, and we never heard from them again.
Okay. All right. Last call for Propane Connection LLC. Hang on, I do have someone that's in the waiting room. Let me see who this is. Who do I have on the line? 239-719-0530. If you could unmute your device. Technical difficulties. Okay. All right. I find the defendant in default for failing to appear. Now, because I've got more people in the courtroom, I'm not going to take the time right now to go through the 35 pages you've attached to the statement of claim.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, so I will reserve ruling on the final judgment after reviewing your statement of claim and its attachments. If I determine, looks like you're seeking $5,000, is that correct?
No, Your Honor, we only put that on there because we didn't know what was going to happen. We really only want what they actually owe us. We had kept the fire pit, which was $751. So we had made a deal that they were going to pay us $3,749 in 6 payments. They only gave me the one payment of $625 on July 22nd. So now they really only owe us $3,124 plus court case. I don't want nothing from nobody that's not due to me.
Okay.
You know, I'm not trying to get them for any more than what I'm out of pocket. You know, I was with my aggravation and stuff, but I just want what they were supposed to give me back and never did.
Sure, absolutely. All right, and how much are you out in court costs? $310?
$310, so a total of $3,434, I believe. It should be the total amount.
Yes, $34.34.
Yep.
Okay, all right, I'll review your attachments. Let me ask you this. If I cannot determine that amount based on the attachments to your statement of claim, would you like to come back for another hearing, or do you want me to just if it's lower than that amount, do you want me to go ahead and enter the final judgment for the lower amount?
It's if they're not going to come, Your Honor, I guess, but you'll be able to determine from the paperwork, because we gave you all the emails between them and us.
Okay.
And that's the amount they agreed on in the emails. And like I said, I already got the first payment from them on that date that my wife said, and you'll see through there the whole chain of events. I don't want to go through it now and take your time up, Your Honor, but you'll see everything in there. So the judgment that you come up with will be fine, because you'll see that.
Judgment.
Well, what happens once you make the judgment? Because I got a feeling they won't pay it.
So in the judgment, we can include an order that they complete a fact information sheet that will provide you with their bank account information, their assets. That way, if you want to file a writ of garnishment or something against a bank account or something, then you can do that.
Okay, because they're still in business. They moved to Fort Myers.
Okay.
Because we still see them on Facebook and stuff, and we know they've done this to multiple people, because there's other people on Facebook complaining the same exact thing as us, that they paid for merchandise and never received it.
Okay. Well, we'll include that order requiring them to fill out a fact information sheet then.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, any other questions?
No, I guess we'll hear by email and by paper.
Yeah, let me have an email address.
It's Tacoma, last name Tacoma, Camaro, Camaro 68 at AOL.com. Can I also give you mine?
Sure.
Okay. It's Disco Diva Fran at yahoo.com.
Okay, DISCODIVAFRAN at yahoo.com.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you both. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, let me go to the person whose screen name is Laura Henny. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and what case are you here for?
Well, maybe you don't have it because we resolved it.
Okay.
So,
probably so. Do you have a case number?
Hold on. I am City Furniture, and are you guys on there?
I am. This is Dennis Ray, the plaintiff.
Dennis Ray.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Ray.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Do you have a case number for me?
Yes, sir, I do. It's case number 11-2020-S as in Sierra, C as in Charlie, -002424.
Thank you. All right, let me pull that up. All right, I do see that a notice of voluntary dismissal was filed. Let me just take a look at that. All right, yes, I do see that a voluntary dismissal was filed on February 17th, so the clerk went ahead and removed it from the docket.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
She
All right.
told Dennis that it was too late, but that's why we're both here. Sorry.
They may have removed it this morning. So I thought I had more cases on the docket, and then whenever I pulled it up, some of them were gone. So
All right.
thank you both.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Okay, bye, Dennis.
Bye. Have a good day.
You.
All right, let me go to Julie Talkington.
Hi, Your Honor.
Hello. What case are you here for?
It's case number 20SC2063.
2063, okay. Did you receive something in the mail to be here today?
I did. It's, I got this. Today's the 18th. Yep.
That's really odd because I don't see anything in the court file. Can you hold that up to your hang on a second, let me put it on a speaker view, or let me see if I can pinpoint you. Okay, go ahead and hold it up.
I don't know if you'll be able to read it.
Notice of remote small claims pretrial conference, February 18th. Can you go ahead and pull it up a little bit further? Okay, is there a second page?
Yes. It has the passcode and then a bunch of instructions.
Is it signed by anyone?
Nope. Okay. The third page is not.
Okay. Okay, we must have sent it to you and failed to file it. Now, here's the question. Do I have the plaintiff present? Eve Harold Sinius. I've got one person on the phone who can't seem to get off mute. Try pressing *6 239-719-0530. And then I've got one person on a Galaxy A21.
Hello?
Yes, can you tell me your name?
My name is Yves Harold Seniors.
Ah, okay. All right, so you're both present. All right, this case number 20 SC2063. Mr.
Yes, sir.
Sinius.
Yes, sir.
I see that you both have not had an opportunity to meet with a mediator yet. Do you think if I were to order you to meet with a mediator that you might be able to come to a resolution in this case?
Okay.
You would agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. And Ms. Talkington, do you also agree that meeting with a mediator might be helpful in trying to resolve this case?
We can try. What would the steps be after that if it doesn't resolve?
If it doesn't resolve via mediation, we'd set it for a non-jury trial.
Okay, that's fine. We can try that.
Okay. Give me a moment. I'm trying to write everything down since it wasn't listed on my docket.
And everything's via Zoom, correct?
Yeah, it would be via Zoom. You'll both receive an order with the Zoom instructions on how to meet with the mediator. It'll also be called a pretrial conference, but it's a pretrial conference with a mediator. Pretty much anything before trial is pretrial. Mr. Sinius, do you have an email address?
Oh, yes, I have an email address.
All right, could you provide that to me?
Let me use this one. Okay, you hear me? Okay.
Go ahead.
Buy one Fabiola.
Can you repeat
Hello?
that?
Buy one Fabiola.
Can you spell that for me?
That one's a B-Y-R-O-N. Fabiola B. No, sorry. Fabiola is F-E-A-B-I-O-L-A.
Okay.
At Yahoo.com.
Yahoo.com.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Talkington, do you have an email address?
Yeah, it's my first name and last name. And then P as in Paul, T as in Tom at gmail.com.
Give me that. All right, first and last name, and then what?
P as in Paul, T as in Tom at Gmail.
Okay, perfect.
And then my address has changed since I got this last notice. Do I need to put that in writing?
You will need to put that in writing. You're no longer in Broomfield?
I'm still in Broomfield. We just
Okay, just different street
down the
address.
street. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, if you want to contact the clerk's office,
Okay.
Collier County Clerk's office, and if you go on their website, they have a change of address form that you can email to them, I think. If not, just give them a call.
Okay.
They can probably just do it over the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, just give them your case number, 20 SC, so that's small claims, 2063.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna issue an order that you both meet via Zoom with the mediator. If you don't work out a settlement agreement, we'll set it for a non-jury trial.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions?
Do you know what the time frame is for the mediators?
Right now we're running about 1st of April.
Okay. Just so I can keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions from you, Mr. Cineas?
Oh, no, no.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you both. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. That'll conclude today's small claims non-jury trial or small claims pretrial conferences. I still have one person in the Zoom room. However, their audio is not connected, and I keep trying to get them to connect their video, and it doesn't connect. So that'll conclude today's